Guys, let us finally get started with Wolcen Lords of Mayhem. I've been talking about this game for so long, and we're finally ready to go ahead and play. We're going to actually hop on to the offline mode, which is really cool because a lot of games don't even offer offline mode for action RPGs. And the reason why we're going to be playing in the offline section is because the online servers are having a lot of issues. It's day one right now, and for the sake of not disconnecting mid-game and having basically rubber banding, we're going to go ahead and actually just play in the offline mode because I briefly did start off our playthrough, but it had a lot of issues. Anyways, let's get started with the character creation process. And if you guys want a full in-depth where we go over most of the character customization, you guys can go ahead and check out my previous video, which we did kind of go over most of the options. It's relatively shallow though, especially if you play female because you don't have those beard choices. But you can actually put a beard on the female. It requires you to go to male, select a beard, then go backwards and then select female. And then you can, if you want to, have a female with a beard. But you have a pretty nice choice of colors as far as the hairs go. And on top of that, you can actually further change your colors and customization as the game progresses, as you get other items in the game. But yeah, let's go ahead and just continue right into it. You'll see in the very beginning you have a choice between a sword, a bow, as well as a staff. I'm going to go ahead and select the staff because it's relatively fast here, especially for the earlier stages. But it won't matter. Don't think you're locked into mage at all. In fact, this game has a classless system in the very beginning, and then you kind of grow your character to build your character to how you want to. It's really cool, and I'll show you guys when it does actually come to need to be shown. But just as a heads up, the game's about 23 gigs. It currently is at $30 on Steam. However, there are people that purchased it a long time ago from Kickstarter for $10. But it is not a free-to-play game, which I'm totally fine with because as far as right now, there's no pay-to-win, no microtransactions as far as I'm aware of right now.
If you cannot defeat me, how do you plan to defeat the supernatural forces that feed and prey on mankind? Again!
Do you not feel pain?
I feel it all right. Just as I feel yours. Pain is a merciful teacher. I had hoped that you three more than anyone would have learned to embrace it by now. Orphans carry the burden of pain with them, always. Finding a new family only alleviates it. Look at you now. That pain has made you strong. Proud soldiers of the Republic, purifiers hunting witchcraft wherever it hides. The children of Hemlock. My children.
With all due respect, what are we doing here? The Brotherhood of Dawn attacked one of our keeps 2 weeks ago, and we still haven't moved against them. Our way commands that we retaliate.
Sister, our way? Our way commands that we follow the Senate's orders.
What if they ask us to stand down?
They won't. Arrangements have been made.
Arrangements?
Grand Inquisitor!
At ease.
The Senate voted for your retaliation campaign. They're sending the Purifiers to march on the Brotherhood of Dawn.
Good. Operation Dawnbane now begins. Prepare my legion. I'll lead it myself.
So visually, this game looks super impressive. It runs off the Cry engine, which is not the most friendly to graphics cards. But the first area that we're going to be going through is going to be like an intro stage. I've actually played this game lots of different times. This game has gone through lots of iterations, alphas and betas, and I've been a part of them. And the game has gotten so much better, that's for sure. I'm just so glad that there's another action RPG to play right now in 2020. The real question is, will it actually, keep everyone's interest?
Permission to deal with the flayers.
The clock ticks, Malis. We need to get through to engage the Brotherhood of Dawn before daybreak.
We won't make it in time if we're pinned down.
Take my children, silence the archers. The rest will march on.
Grand Inquisitor, purity and sacrifice. Siege ladder, now!
Okay. So even though we did select to have the staff in the very beginning, this is like an intro stage, so.
Focus.
But yeah, you can actually do a lot of different things with this game. You should be able to hybrid whatever you want.
One each, let's go.
Time to shine.
Forward!
Purity.
Alright, so I can explain how the mechanic works. So you have this dodge system, which are indicated by these little green circles, and when you activate it, it uses up one of them. You can change how they kind of interact. You can actually change completely how the dodge system works. Instead of dodging, you get something else, but I won't complicate two things, but you can change things. This is our HP, it's in the red. If we right click over here, this skill is run off of charges. There are skills that run off of charges, and there's skills that will use willpower, and there's skills that will use rage.
Oh, you hear that? I gotcha.
But yeah, visually, like, it looks good. And there are some like really cool ultimate abilities that we'll be seeing very soon as well. Another thing I want to mention is that your auto attacks, if there's multiple enemies, it will hit all of them within that like arc, which is really helpful for any melee builds versus like, let's say, an AoE build.
A demon.
We can't handle it. We need to get back to the purifiers now.
And also your skills are tied to what type of weapon that you choose. But if you hybrid, like you run like a gun and a sword, or like a gun and like a caster offhand, you can still use like hybrid skills, if that makes sense. And we'll get more into more of that in a bit.
Hey, soldier, you alright?
So you can zoom
Where's
in
the
too.
rest of your squad? Soldier? Who's alone?
He's in shock. Leave him be.
Shut up.
Who's alone?
Shut up!
We don't have time for this. Let's move.
He's supposed to not be in that T-pose.
I'm not alone!
Val,
Okay.
darling, you're gonna owe me big time.
But yeah, like I said, the reason why we're playing in offline mode is because of server issues, but day one, there might be some bugs.
Val, it's now or never.
Now come to me. Come to me and be reborn in service of the Sleeper.
Purifiers only serve mankind, demon.
I do not request. I command.
Purity and sacrifice.
So there's auto dash, and oh, I guess that changes some type of change our stance or something.
I can't. He's too strong. Val, I need you now.
Be at peace. For soon you shall be no more.
So this is one of our ultimate abilities. I said one of because there's multiples. But this is, like I said, intro stage. But it looks really good. Let's go and zoom up so you guys can see like how graphically good the game is.
Only human after all. Disappointing.
You owe me an explanation. Let's go, let's go!
I feel like they should have had that intro stage be before you get to pick your character, because it's all like fully armored anyways, right? I think that would be kind of cool. Chapter 1, Children of Heimlock. So, as far as I'm aware of, as of right now, there's 3 chapters that you can complete in the game. And hopefully, if we enjoy the game, there will be DLC that it does exist later down the line as well. Most action RPGs kind of need that as far as new content goes. Maybe they'll do seasons, but obviously the game just came out today, so we'll have to wait and see.
I'm not quite dead yet.
Alright. So,
What happened back there?
we've got a staff
I
equipped
feel
now.
different.
Potions
How
to
is it
heal.
that I can use witchcraft now?
So, our skill over here,
Makes
since
more
we picked the
sense.
staff, is Fireball, and that's kind of why I chose it in the very beginning.
Freya. They must have pulled me out of the water. But what of Val? Did she drown? Valeria!
And unlike most games, you do happen to have a, your basic attack does things. And if we go ahead and swap into sword right now, you'll see that we lose the Fireball. Some items are only able to be used when you, or some skills are only able to be used when you have a certain weapon type.
If anyone from the Republic saw me transform, I better hope not.
So go ahead and just kind of group up everything, and then Fireball will melt things very, very fast, because it hits really hard. And you'll see when we use the Fireball, we're generating Rage. And Rage can be also spent via other skills, which we don't have yet.
You look awfully real for a nightmare. What was that? She's possessed by a demon? Yes. Let's hope you're wrong. Otherwise...
Talking to yourself again?
Speak of the devil. Darling, I need a moment. Talk to you later.
Whoa! Easy now. Val, snap out of it. It's me, damn it.
Horseshit!
Did you knock your head? Who do you expect me to be, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Some bloody demon.
What? No, look! I have no idea what's going on. I was having my ass kicked when something awakened from within to save me. I need help, all right? But I'm not some demon, goddammit. Come on, Val!
Oh, really? Prove it.
You're such a tool.
That does not seem like something a demon would say. All right. Point taken.
Okay.
So, what now?
Frankly, I don't know. We should regroup with Operation Dawnbane, shouldn't we?
In your state? Flinging magic and turning into a monstrosity? No. They'll burn you alive.
Hemlock wouldn't.
Perhaps. But Malis sure as hell will, and with a smile on her face. Oh, look, let's get out of here first, then we'll figure something out.
In the very beginning, it's pretty easy. The game is, well, at least last time that I played during the alphas and stuff, the bosses are really insane. Like, not very easy. And once we got to, like, that area, it did say, like, we're going into, like, a new instance. That's for multiplayer, it doesn't really matter for single.
Mutations.
No matter, they die all the same.
Damn right.
So when we do use our basic ability, though, it does give us more willpower. But we need it to actually connect with something. What's this? Cursed. Cursed increases damage taken by... Okay.
This place reeks of death.
These people are getting torn apart. I don't get it. Freya aren't normally this bold, not without good reason.
That soul demon first. Now this. There's something wrong around here. Something very wrong.
We shouldn't be too far from the city-state of Stormfall. That should at least be a
A lot of health globes right there. Alright. Gauntlet, you guys a dagger. So what's really cool is you can just, there we go. And our basic attack has actually changed, which is really cool.
We must pull back.
But again, we lose out on the fireball.
If we do, civilians will get slaughtered.
Better them than us. Let us in.
We beg you! Mercy! Murderers!
Back away. Back away.
Oh, yeah, technically. Okay.
I know that face. You've got a plan. All right, let's hear it.
You need answers, and I don't think Maelys will get you anything more than a rope around your neck. So, here's my plan. You wait for me in Stormfall. Easy enough, yes? Meanwhile, I meet up with our forces and I try to talk to Edric about the situation, to see how we can convince our people that you're not a bloody demon.
Agreed. I would rather appreciate not being executed. So, where do we meet?
On the way here, I heard talk of an inn in Stormfall, the Laughing Seagull. I'll meet you there. Keep a low profile till then.
Okay.
Why don't you let people in?
For the 100th time, this city is already filled to capacity with refugees. We are not letting anyone in.
Look, I really need to have access. Let me through.
That's not how things work, friend. Only conscripts are allowed through. Order of the merchant Prince Damascus himself.
So you want fighters. I will fight. Now stand aside.
You are serious, my friend. Well, all right then. Go through to the farmlands on the other side of the city. Anyone else want to fight for Stormfall? No. That's what I thought.
Okay. So, we've just leveled up and we'll be able to go ahead and put our first skill points in and our passive in. And the first time that you go to town, since it has to like cache the data, if we get some small frame drops, don't worry. It probably will be an optimization issue that they'll fix later down the line.
Let's see what you've got for me.
But alright, so let's get our new weapon first. Because like I said, even though the game just came out today, I have played towards the end game of the alphas and betas. So I'll go ahead and go to here, and we can go ahead and grab a sword, a staff, or a bow. Since I'm going to go, let's see, casting speed score is kind of nice, which will kind of help out with fireball. I'm going to actually pick up the longsword, even though I do want to basically go like a gun mage. That's our goal right now, is to go a gun mage, and then we'll eventually transfer over to a psionic, like basically melee mage. But I want to start off with gun because it's much easier. So an interact is a skill. If you want to think of it kind of, if you played PoE, kind of like just a skill gem, but you do consume it. You'll be able to get rid of your gems and convert it into what I'm going to call skill currency to level up your gems, but it's also another form of currency in the game. The reason why I actually really like hybrid in the very beginning is because you're allowed to use a lot more skills in the very beginning, and some are just based off of different charges, and I'll kind of explain that once we kind of go ahead and mess with it. So in the very beginning, you'll get different stat points. I'm going to go ahead and move my cam out of the way here so you guys can go ahead and see. So you have ferocity, which increases, if I mouse over it, it'll affects your crit hit chance as well as your spell crit chance. Toughness is kind of like vitality, but it's affecting your maximum health and maximum force shield. Force shields, well, we actually have 3 force shield. If you want to think of it as energy shield in Path of Exile, same thing. Agility affects your attack speed and cast speed. Wisdom affects your status score, which really just comes down to if you have a chance to proc something, this would be where you would want to put your stat points into. It's not necessarily like strength, vitality, dexterity, and intelligence, but that's kind of like a basic concept of it. But you don't always have to go through one specific one. But For the sake of our playthrough, I want to put as many points into agility early on as possible. The reason why is it affects our attack speed and our cast speed. When you're attacking slow in the very beginning, the games just don't feel good. So I'm going to go and spec into it. You can go ahead and reset your attribute points or your passives. Now passives, this is something where I'm going to have to actually dip into for a really long time eventually, and I'm probably just going to be making a video going over the entire skill tree. So originally the game gave you 2 passive points, but now it's only 1. But let's go ahead and check out the skill tree. So it's a little bit different here. So you can actually rotate your skill tree, which is a really interesting concept here, because there are kind of classes, like you can see Warlock over here, right? You can see the Ranger. These are obtained by going through and grabbing those passives. Can you get more than one? At least in the alpha and beta you could. In this, I really don't know, because again, the game has just launched today. Because I want to go ahead and build a gun mage, I kind of want to go ahead and check out all the passives here. So let's see. There's probably going to be a lot of just plus projectile damage, and a lot of these skills will show specifically what they give you, but I want to get Chain Lightning as early as possible, and I want to get as much damage as possible. So I'm going to look for anything that gives massive amounts of like increased damage reduction when force is full. I just want to give as much damage as possible. So we have this one, which gives us spell damage. The other one's defensive. So obviously we're going to go down this path over here in the very beginning. And I will probably have to make a video going over everything. And the reason why I want to do that in a separate video is to not only save time for our like full walkthrough and playthrough of this game, but I actually don't know what's on the 4th side of the ring, because these are completely new. They only had 3 rings before, or 2 rings before, and now they've opened up the door to the last ring over here. So
Hi, please don't touch anything.
okay, so you can convert this into a different form of currency, and you will use that currency to level up your skills, or you could just use a skill and it will also just level up. You use it by just basically having it in your skill bar. You don't actually have to use it, I believe. At least that's how it worked before. So we're going to go ahead and continue on our quest. And another thing I want to mention, since I already mentioned that we're doing it on offline mode because of issues with the game's stability and stuff. If your game's audio just goes out, it happens. Just reset the game.
So stop sobbing. Get ready for hacking. Make every blow count.
But we're not even trained. How are we supposed to kill them?
You use the sharp edge. Civilians.
Okay, I just gotta talk to this guy.
Conscript, huh? You look different from the others. Oh, I know. You're not wetting your pants. How come?
I've been on battlefields before.
A soldier, huh? My lucky day. I need someone for a mission. Think you got what it takes?
I'm listening.
The Sfrir have penetrated 2 of the 3 defenses we built to stop them. Our last working Radiant turret on this side of Stonefall is in Sandor's barricade, north from here. Get to him and tell him that reinforcements will come. But his orders are to hold his ground at any cost. If his line breaks, the farmlands will be lost. The storm be with
okay. Ben. So town portal, nothing new. There's waypoints. That's our new ability, the Wings of Ishmir. It just kind of does like a leap attack. And that's why I'm deciding to use swords too, just because it lets you go a little faster through content. I'm not like speedrunning the game, but I kind of want to go through the early content as quickly as possible, and you can warp and go back just like you can in other action RPGs.
Maybe. I have a message for Sandor.
He is inside, organizing the...
Greens are coming!
I'm going in.
What? Wait, I didn't authorize.
Okay, so again, it puts all party members there, but if you're playing an offline mode, I feel like that doesn't make sense. Unless they support land support, which is still awesome if they do.
Warm her up! I want to hear her sing! Now!
Squad 2, to the west! Squad 3, in position!
Here they come! Knock! Draw! Loose! It's not enough. Unleash the storm now! Fire at will! Give them everything you've got! Stand as one for Stormfall!
Alright, we'll go back to cam mode since
Protect the cannons!
it's not really blocking anything now.
Push them back into the ground!
Let's see if I can change auto attack, because I know I did change some of the settings here. So I did go to the controls and I made the settings. Is there anything for left mouse button? So you can force attack, force movement. So I have it set for Q for the force movement. But there's another thing that I wanted to see if you can do. Can you change your mouse so like I don't have to left click for my skill? Okay. But these are some of the graphical settings. I did also remove motion blur and lens flare. I'm just not a fan of those. But let's go ahead and continue.
Squad 1, take the south! Squad 2 to the west! Show them the might of the storm! We'll live through this!
I don't know if we hit that after a short amount of time it explodes, right? But yeah, once we get Chain Lightning, that's the skill we're looking for. Chain Lightning Hammer was the best build in the game for like some of the alphas. And the animation canceling was insane. The game still has animation canceling, but it's not nearly as good as it was in the alphas. But yeah, we need something to be able to spend our rage on. I'm actually curious if you can have a weapon swap, because right now, I'm not able to really make good use of that willpower. See, things hit pretty hard, too.
You big fat green!
So that little green bar below their health, that's their like armor. And if you break it, it will stun them. You can see he's broken. Grab the health globe over here. And this over here is the primordial essence. Once we get max of that, we can go into our super form, or uber form, the angel that we saw.
Can't manage that right now.
Alright, we get a new chest piece, a blue one. Okay, so this was extra resistance here. And then some of fireball. So if we already have it, it'll give us primordial affinity, which is this currency over here. We got some. Oh, that's the kind of armor I'm talking about. But it just gives us 19 to all resist. It gives us health regen. So there's kind of like barbarian. There's different types of gear. There's like caster gear, and then there's like melee gear, and then there's like rogue gear, if that makes any sense. There we go. I like whatever gives me shield, but since like the starter one gives you like one shield, or I guess 2 health, we're just gonna rotate that out.
Who the hell are you, soldier?
Just a messenger.
Some messenger you are. What's the message then?
That the reinforcements are coming. Soon.
Impeccable timing. Take their sweet time as we get hammered. We won't hold for much longer if they don't get here soon.
There's more. Your orders are to stand your ground at any cost until they arrive.
Are you serious? My men's morale is hanging by a thread. Their friends are dead. They are famished, wounded. We have one cannon that barely works and little to no arrows left. What am I to do? Those buffoons are sentencing us to death for no reason. We won't withstand the next bloody assault.
You won't have to.
Oh yes, and why is that?
I'm taking the fight to them.
Don't be ridiculous.
Watch me.
Right, another level
I'm
here.
unstoppable.
So let's go ahead and get whatever gives us more damage. Cooldown reduction for skills, that's kind of nice. I think this is all like with damage here. And then with our stat points, toughness cannot be ignored though. You have to get points in this. I know my cam's kind of blocking it as far as the stat points go, so let me go ahead and actually fix that real quick. Maybe I should put the cam in the, I guess the mid right actually has, maybe bottom left would be a good spot. We'll figure it out. But right now, we need to get toughness. But I'm going to slam a lot of points into the agility as well. I just, the first few, I just really don't like attacking slow. Which, I mean, no one wants to attack slow. Alternatively, if you want to, you can do this. You can, like, equip a skill, then you can rotate back into another one, and then it's still on cooldown, if that makes sense. So it's a way to kind of use skills that you're not supposed to. I don't know if the game offers weapon swap, like in PoE, you can swap weapons, or Diablo 2.
Manage that right now.
Okay, there's one last one. Oh, he didn't even drop anything. Got a chest over here though. I got a mace. Okay.
A giant burning. That explains a lot. I must find it and stop it.
I like how it bounces between all of the units too. It's quite helpful. Oh, first helm. Oh, that makes our character look pretty cool. I like that. Usually I don't like the helms on characters, but this one looks really good. Alright. So I guess with this waypoint we have to kill everything first. I think that one releases poison on the ground. Oh. Was it not a waypoint? I thought that was a waypoint. I guess it's just you activate it and it summons a bunch of stuff. Oh, we got a chest over here though. Oh, my bad. Go back to the cam. I'm gonna have to like remember to do that every time we go into the stat points. Or I'll just tell you guys what we put in the stat points. I mean, it doesn't... I don't believe this game has requirements for certain items. I know in some games like in D2 where it required you to have certain stats. And in the areas where there's like this little like stairs, you can actually go to like a little like cave. We'll do one of them so I can show you guys at least what the heck they are.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Okay. Okay, so get another stat point. I want any 8% damage. Okay, I'm down for more damage. Anything that's more damage. Ooh, that's 25 wisdom, which is actually a pretty decent amount. Wisdom would be the stat point. Wisdom would be this one over here, and to get 25 of that is actually pretty nice, just, you know, off the tree, right? Because that's like over 2 levels. That's like 2.5 levels right there. But the build used to be chain lightning, and then you would basically make the unit like pulse with lightning damage, and then it would just hit everything, and then you'd have multiple units start proccing and just basically create a totem where it would just keep on proccing more like lightning. That was the original build that was really good. Is the best? I don't know, but I'm down with the 12% casting speed and 8 damage, even though that's really nice too. I'm not sure if that's going to be like super viable. Might have been nerfed. I really don't know. But I feel like our toughness is pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and just go with as much attack speed again as possible up until I get to the point where I feel like we're getting diminishing returns, because you will get diminishing returns. But I like to attack fast, because attacking fast not only like lets you, you know, obviously clear content faster, but when I'm attacking, I'm also rebuilding up my mana faster. So it does basically 2 different things, if that makes sense. So you get double. Alright. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention, since you mentioned about one-shotting. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're also streaming over on Twitch. But there, if you want to get one-shot, I believe right here there's a boss that you're not supposed to fight. It's like a level 20-something, and it's just put there to debate people and be like, oh, get wrecked. You can see our cast speed is so much faster now. I love it. What we really need to look for is a modifier that adds plus to damage to attacks. Like I said, I can just rotate in between and then just go right into this. I can't use my fireball though. But the game, it's very fluid and it feels really good. Oh, we got our first Spalder over here, and Bandana gives us HP and Force Shield, but I like how this one looks. Let's see what the other one looks like, though. Nah, I like how this one looks. I feel like more like a mage over here. Alright. Bait, what's up, Fallen? And hello, Halo. Hello, Gordon. What's my schedule tonight? Like, what games are we playing? Probably Wolcen all night, to be honest. Unless, like, the servers go down somehow for the offline mode. I plan to basically grind this game for the next few days. So I've been waiting for this game for so long to finally come out. We need another weapon, though. Our weapon has definitely aged. And is it? Oh, right here. Here we go. So if we click on the little stairs, you'll see that there's like an area that we can kind of go through. And we'll do one of these. We got some blue pants. It's probably an upgrade here. What do we have? 8 all resistance score. And we also get occultist resistance. So you have ally resistance, occult resistance, and there's another one. I forgot what it's called, but yeah. Wait, this one could be 5 wisdom. Other one gives extra agility. So like, you can get a lot of stat points too, just from your gear. So, our skill leveled up. Okay, now I'll explain this after we kill this guy. Okay, so we'll be leveling up our skill, and when we get to level 5, which will be the next one, we get to actually select one of these skill modifiers. We'll have the choice of... So, okay, this is kind of complex. So, how it works is you'll, depending on what level the skill is, you'll have basically points to put into it, and you can respec it anytime. It's 100% free. There's one that will say 1, and there's ones that will say 3, and there's ones will the number in like the bottom right of the skill. And when we hit level 5, we'll have access to these 2 different ones. So we can increase cast speed, or we can increase the average damage of the ability. And it tells you what kind of ability it is. So it's skill tags, or it's a spell, and it's also a projectile. So when you go into your passive tree, you'll be able to select like plus projectile damage. You'll know that that's how it works. And like I said, I'll probably have to make a specific video going over all of the skills, because I actually don't know where I want to path after this first section here, because there's going to be a lot of new content, and I don't know what's actually going to be the best. In fact, I don't think anyone's going to know what's the best, because there's probably there's actually a lot of uniques in the game that can probably modify how certain things work and interact. Guy, was that Wirt from Diablo, man? This game's PoE too. I would say Path of Exile is still more complex. The whole skill rotation thing, it sounds complex, but it's really not that bad. Like in terms of how hard it is, you just have to know where you want to path, and you just rotate the wheel. It's a cool idea because it makes it so like you can go for, like you don't path just for ranger, right? Or you don't path all green. Like in here. was really hoping. Oh, we got a Warhammer. We can start off the hammer skill here. Like the hammer auto attack. That's the Wings of Ishmir. But since our attack speed is fast, there's one unique in the game which gives you a lot of crit, like an insane amount of crit, but it lowers your attack speed by a lot. But if you just max out attack speed, it's not that bad. But yeah, we'll mess around with the hammer for a while, and then looks like we're gonna get more. We'll get more skill points and mess around. But I like the fluidity in like just like, oh, I want to go ahead and use this skill, right? And I'm just gonna go to Fireball again because Fireball is awesome.
I need more power.
Oh, now we're full of rage, but we don't have anything to spend that rage on.
I need a breather.
Just kite this guy over here. Alright. So we're going to choose a reward. I think I'm going to go ahead and get that elemental damage. Let's go. Or material damage. So elemental damage. Does it say elemental? I'm guessing it's elemental, honestly. I can't say 100%. And also, the left and right gloves, they don't really matter. Like, it's like you can put your left glove on your right one. In the very beginning, I recommend picking up most of the items that have the gold value of, like, a couple. We've got a helmet over here, blue. Health regeneration cooldown for all skills. That's pretty nice, and 5% damage. I'll go ahead and equip that. Let me go ahead and actually see in the, is it character? There's a way to change the way your character looks. I want to say that might be in town, though. Let's see, inventory, active skills, character sheet, aspects apocalypse, cosmetic inventory. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. For the helm, I want, can I put nothing for the helm? Oh, we have to select this. Oh, here we go. Oh, so it costs. What if I want nothing? Because I like this one better, but it costs 600. I feel like, oh wait, hold on, or can I just select this? That costs 600 as well? Wow, okay. I was thinking that like if you wanted like no dye on it or no change to it, it would be free, right? That makes a lot more sense. Let's go ahead and go to the town portal, and then we'll fight off like we're coming up to a little, I want to say a boss fight. It should be at least. Very soon, so we'll go ahead and go basically merge off everything except for this. This is actually important to keep. So I'll right click on everything. The reason why I'm keeping this is it's offhand for like, it's for mage skills basically. I don't know if this game has followers though. Like as in like a mercenary to have and equip. So yeah, like I said, I want to go gun mage in the very beginning. We got 190, so 3 to 15 sacred damage on attacks, and I'll probably end up picking this up. What does this one have? 71. That's pretty decent. The other ability on this one is not really useful over here, but yeah, we'll pick up the pistol so we can start off our gun mage now. We can finally. Okay, so, so we have some yellows over here. How much are these? What do we got? 1,100? Okay, so we can buy these. Attack speed score. For me, like I said, attack speed in the very beginning, I like. And I can get rid of that. That's like the starter weapon anyways. That's not bad for 420. Okay. I want to save it because the amulets are actually really nice to have in the very beginning, and also I'd prefer to have 2 of these. Oh, we can't get 2 of those right now.
Come again.
So we only have 2 potion slots. I wonder if we can increase that. Before they had like 4, I want to say 4, maybe 5. But now we are started with our gun mage, although she walks really strange with it. Let's go ahead and go in. And now we'll have our pistol ability and... Oh, you know what? Do I have 2,000? No, I have 600. You can see the skills go very far. I like how she holds the gun like sideways too. Unfortunately, oh, you know what? This doesn't actually build up, this only builds up rage. Maybe a bad idea to start off with this. I mean, I can use my potions. But yeah, this is gonna build us rage. So I need something to expend this rage on. Can you, is it a two-handed sword? Oh, this is two-handed. Oh, oof. Shouldn't have kept the two-hander. It's okay, though. We're in the earlier stages of the game. This hits pretty hard, though. And I like having that attack speed. Alright. You know what we can do? We can duel with the pistols now. But I need something to basically give me, more, willpower. I'm gonna lose out on heals, but... Oh, now we can... We got a new, like, auto attack. Okay, that's cool. So let us continue. I thought there was a boss. Maybe it's this way. They might have changed things. Maybe it's this route. This attack's very fast. Maybe we'll actually go like a gun build. Some boots. Extra toughness. Okay. Toughness is basically like vitality. Okay, I think we are coming up to the boss. We definitely need a lot more damage though. Oh, am I standing on fire? Oh, I'm just on fire. Oh, there's no point of actually having, let's go swap these out. Because there's no point of having willpower.
The power flows
if I can't even use my skill, right? Dang. This puts me in an awkward spot because, like, I have nothing to cast because I got rid of that staff. I guess I can go back to town and buy one. I guess we'll do that for right now because I kind of scuffed it up. But, again, it's really not that big of a deal. Because I think there's a boss fight coming up relatively soon. Alright. So... We have no staffs? We can't buy any of those yet. Dang, none. Wait, is there buyback? Alright, I'm gonna have to buy back that novice staff, Kappa. Feels bad. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Your patronage is appreciated.
Okay. Let's see. I wonder if you can refresh. Before they had this, oh, it tells you in 14 minutes he will restock. But you can actually reset your game and also kind of do that way. But if we get 2,000 gold, I believe that was the original price. I don't know if it's changed.
Welcome. Don't mind.
But you can buy skills. What we want is that, is this the chain lightning? Yes. The bounce, yes. Bounce lightning, each bounce is weaker than the last. Okay, yes, we 100% need this. Works with catalyst, right? So, yeah. So we want this, and we need something to build up our willpower. But now that we have this maybe we should have one heal. Yeah, we'll do one heal, one this for now. And then we can modify things later down the line. So as far as stat points, I just want that attack speed, man. And then we have another skill point to put in. Max willpower and rage plus 150. Okay, that's quite a bit. Or we can get extra damage. It's willpower and rage. I guess since what is our default? That's a decent amount. It's a little over. It's like 15%. That's like another fireball. But I can cast faster. Trust me, when you get the chain lightning to have insane attack speed, and then there's a thing that you can put into where is it? There's one where if you kill an enemy, you get damage. It's not that one though. There's one where it makes it so if you kill an enemy, it and you're under a certain amount of willpower, it just gives you like 20% of your willpower back, and it has a cooldown. But what you do is you get willpower up high enough to where the cooldown meets the threshold, and you could spam on skills forever. Life leech. It's got to be one of the purple ones. Stasis. pass it? I want to know where I need a path. I'm pretty sure it was a purple one. No? Lightning skills. Oh, here it is. When your willpower... Oh, okay, so it's been changed. It's when it's below 30%, so I think it got buffed. You have a chance to cause an explosion dealing damage based on your maximum force, shield, or health. And it regenerates 20% of your... Oh, it is. Okay, 20% willpower. I just remember there's something like this. So that's what I want to go ahead and path towards. Am I going to go through the red one? Probably not. Maybe green. Probably purple, though. Yeah, because I do want to make a gun mage build. At least that's our idea. To answer your question, if there's guns that provide willpower, I don't know. It's possible. There might be maybe a unique or... Got all that gold. The game feels a little sluggish right now, honestly, like in terms of how fast. I think this is where the boss is, though. Let's go do the boss, and it'll be a good closure to our part 1 playthrough of the game. You can also get more stamina bars too, or stamina circles, maybe is what I should call it. Is that an area we can go down to? And there's some area we can go down to. We have our ulti up too, I think. Yeah, Primordial Essence is at 1,000. Little chest over here.
Not again.
Elemental
it's getting
damage.
closer to the city. What the hell is going on?
I think it can bounce to 3, right? Okay. So to min-max, I guess have 3 targets. There's one important thing on the tree, though, that most people will end up getting. It lets you ignore unit collision with your rolls. Blue chest piece. Since this gives me elemental, this gives me... Oh, it gives me attack speed score, though. Well, I'm sorry. I need that. I'd rather have, like, the 10%, which is, like, 1 more damage, right? Oh, it gives me... Oh, this also gives me agility. I'm just going to drag this to the next, like, area. So we leveled up one of our skills. And our fireball, I think, leveled up, too. Perfect. No, I'm down to have no heals. Like, I think I can manage. Hopefully this wasn't a bad idea. Alright, so we have the ability to give more damage or increase the cast speed. I mean, I feel like cast speed is still more valuable. The, what is it, 10% more damage, and I'm hitting like 2 more versus, wait, how much, this one over here, which is cool on flight speed, yeah. Because the faster, it's 10% more damage,
the
or
to their network. Sneaky
it's just
bastards.
cast speed, no specific here. Oh, we got Bleeding Edge. That's a new skill.
That's not happening.
Okay. Grab the health globe. Oh, it's a network 1, so there's probably a few different ones. Hope we can get us a new upgrade.
So many eggs. These are not random raids. They're here to colonize.
think our goal might be save up for 2k. Get that chain lightning. Or if we can just get any staff that gives us plus to any damage. It'll say plus damage added to attacks and spells. Gems can also do that. But I don't think we've gotten a gem yet. So... Bleeding Eyes. Throw a spinning axe in a circle that deals damage. Base physical damage converts into rend damage. Okay.
They'll regret standing in my way.
Can we show off this? Yes, we can. It's on skill slot number 2. This is actually the build that I had before. I didn't really like melee in this game because later on things hit for a lot of damage.
It can't be done.
Oh, we have to rage. Okay. Slayer's Fury, something new. Okay. Summon 2 blades and dash forward. Okay. Only use with daggers, bows, and pistols. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
I feel the power coursing through me.
I would rather still use this stuff for now. I wish you could swap between weapons. I think that would make it so much better.
Can't manage that.
I like how it can bounce to the like eggs over here. All right. About to level up again too. Nice. Chest piece. What is this giving us? 29 to all resistances? Ooh, that's resource generation though. Yeah. I want as much resource generation as possible. Those green spheres look really good. Go.
Stronger.
All right, so now we can start pathing towards the next section of our tree here. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the ring. Because this one over here, what's it? Spell cost reduction? What is this one giving me? Life leech effects force. 100% spell crit chance go while willpower is above 75%. Casting a spell empowers your next attack with additional damage. Okay, that's like good for hybrid. Because there's attacks in this game, there's spells. Dang. Max willpower and rage 200. Caspi. That one could be pretty cool, but I want to go more caster right now. So it's probably going to be here, but I'm going to check out the green node. Just because it's not like purple doesn't mean it's not going to be viable, but I just want to make sure that there isn't something like on the larger nodes that really affect, this is for stance and blocking, okay. This one's actually really good. Archon Teaching, you lose 50% of projectile damage, but you get an additional projectile, which if you're one-shotting things, it doesn't really matter. But I'm pretty sure Chain Lightning is not a projectile. I think Fireball is one. But then you can also scale the projectiles. Ooh. That's actually like really tempting to go. What are the larger ones here? 1 additional ailments, that's definitely not bad. This is for more ailments though. Is there like chance to inflict ailments? Force shield. Element damage, but we need the element's chance. I actually kind of want that fireball. Like, what are we going to get from it? Attack speed score, projectile. Oh, projectiles. Again, I don't think chain lightning is a projectile, which is dodge chance. So I'm checking out if we can path. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. So if I path, because I'd have, either way I have to get this one. And then I would path, let's see. One to pierce all projectiles. Actually, that could be pretty good too. What else do I have as an option? Horse shields for help. I want to see if there's... I think this one's really good. Maybe I'll stick around. I'll put more points into this area here before rushing to grab... Where's the third wheel? Let me go and rotate this. Oh, what? Okay, there we go. It would be... That's for Necromancer. Okay. Is it this one? No, not that one. That's one where you want to inflict a lot of ailments. It's this one. Nope, it's the very last one, right? Okay, this is what we want. So I want to path as fast as I can towards here. That's fine. I don't mind grabbing that. It's more ailment damage, but it has to go through this path. So that's fine, because that one is so important for my build. Drag these to more enemies. Let's see what our chance to inflict the ailments is actually at. So if I go to 7.9, 11%. I mean, honestly, I'd rather just get that attack speed. Attack and cast speed. Just get that chain lightning, man. Oh, there's a bunch of gold here. I'm still thinking about those projectiles, though. Having double fireballs. Look at the burn damage is not bad. It was ticking for 10.
Not possible.
But I don't really plan to scale it. Unless that thing still exists where, like, when you... It's either when you crit or inflict an ailment, it makes them start pulsing.
That must be why the sphere of fluffing to the surface.
Not possible.
But the damage isn't bad on the ailments, to be honest. Thinking about it. But the reason why I think attack speed is very strong in this game and cast speed is because you can stack multiple things that give you plus X damage on attack. And the more attack speed that you have, the more that like will proc because you're attacking faster, if that makes sense. So I think it just overall gives you better scaling. The servers are still down for you? Oh dang, I feel bad. But I mean, playing offline mode, that's what we're doing here. Your progression would be worthless. I mean, you could build two different things, right? Think of it that way. I know you can respec, but I want to play the game now, man. We got consuming embers. So, like I said, you can get that primordial affinity. Should be another currency so we can still level up things. So if you get a skill you know you don't want to use, just do that. I mean, I know what I kind of want to build, but I don't think the side blades were ever in like the alphas that I played. So it could be a completely bad build, but again, you can respec pretty easy. Are we coming up to a boss? Oh no. Oh yeah, maybe. Go deeper into the cave. What's the blue one? The Cave Network 2, or what is this one?
I need a breather.
Where's it going down there? It doesn't even say. Wow. And these guys leap fast. So you still, whatever skills that you have equipped, even if you don't use them, just make sure you always have as many as possible. There's no point not to. Like if you want to change builds later down the line, that way they'll be leveled up. Is there 2 shoulder pieces in this game? There is, okay. What is this one giving us? 3 wisdom? Okay, I'll take it. Agility or toughness? I gotta go with that attack speed, man. Oh, boss. Okay, good closure. I knew there was a boss coming up relatively soon. Oh, we have no healing potions, so hope our damage is enough. I'm gonna save that health globe if I can. I don't know if they go away after. It's that cast speed, man. Alright, what do we get? 8 casting speed score. That's what I'm talking about. Go faster. 6% damage. Oh, this one has a socket, though. We don't have anything... And it's defensive. So defensive, I ain't about that life anyways. And then we got elemental damage and attack speed score. I don't know if the attack speed score... I'm guessing it's different than cast speed score. 14% shield recharge... Added block, and allow any weapon to block. Oh, I think this is for... It's like opposite. We want like rage and willpower, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go with this one, because you know we all about that sonic speed. Oh, and then we got a new... And we got some new gloves. Oh, we got a new pistol, life leech. Oh, okay, that's cool. Like I said, my plan is to make a gun mage build. Oh, a ring. Nice. Most of the stuff is trash, but like in the very beginning, whatever. Well, this is 250. What are these giving us? Oh, wait, we're not even using heals. Okay. Is this exit of the cave? I was hoping we'd get the... Oh, what the heck? Okay, it's all the way at that part. Oh, wait, what? We're not done? We're supposed to go to the other one? All right, let's do the next level. The next level here, and then... What the heck? I can't. It won't let me move. Is this a good spot to sign out for part 1 of our playthrough? Because there literally is an invisible wall. Well, anyways, we'll figure out how the heck to get past that invisible wall, hopefully on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the first part of our playthrough over here. I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's a good action RPG. I mean, as far as my initial impressions, just in case some of you guys are watching this because you see maybe a bunch of other people playing it that normally play Diablo like myself, and you're like, yeah, is this game worth it? I would say, at the moment, I would say yes. It's a go for me. I'm not sponsored. But I generally like action RPGs, and I think this one is pretty good. It does have uniques and it has legendaries and they have affixes, but we just haven't happened to have attained one yet. But that'll probably be very soon. But anyways, if you guys want to follow more Wolcen, I'll be doing the full entire playthrough of the campaign, and then we'll check out what the endgame content is going to offer as well. So if you want to see more Wolcen content, hit subscribe, turn that bell, and you'll see more very soon. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in part 2 of our playthrough. And I'm out. Peace.